In at number 10, Mr. Technical Difficult. His real name is Kyle, but he's more commonly known by his online persona Mr. Technical Difficult. Kyle gained an enormous online following with his chat roulette and Omegle videos, along with his gaming and pranks. His first channel had hit more than 2 million subscribers, but was terminated for violating YouTube's policies. However, that is quite a broad spectrum when addressing why he was banned from the platform. It could possibly be that he had over-tagged some of his videos' descriptions, which at the time, YouTube was really cracking down on. Although in a video posted to his new channel under the name White Lightning Kyle, he said that YouTube had removed him because they have a policy against underage users posting provocative content, so most likely the machine they were using to do these terminations just caught him up in the mix by accident. Still one of my faves. In at number 9, Zoie Burgher. Zoie was a YouTube streamer that became infamous for her explicit and provocative videos under the guise of playing video games. Due to her popularity increasing so rapidly, the YouTube community plagued her channel with criticism regarding her adult content. She would play Call of Duty and twerk in a bikini every time that she got a kill streak. Not exactly kid-friendly if you ask me. She was actually hit with 3 bans prior to being removed, and when the 4th ban hit, that was it for this so-called streamer. She tried to switch over to Twitch, but the same thing happened all over again. Clout chasers will never learn. In at number 8, WatchMojo. Now obviously WatchMojo is running strong now with over 20 million subscribers and several subsidiary channels. But at one time their main account was banned from YouTube. A majority of their content plays fast and loose with copyright laws, showing just enough to do a video on the subject, but not so much that they would get a copyright strike. At the time they were the 33rd most viewed YouTube channel in the world, but on Sunday, December 15th, subscribers were met with a red banner indicating that the account had been terminated. WatchMojo's ban from YouTube was due to multiple third-party notifications of copyright infringement from massive companies like 20th Century Fox. This is a big company though, so for the most part they had permissions from these companies to use their footage for their purposes of top 10 lists on their channel. However, they must have tried to skate by with a certain piece of content that got flagged immediately. In at number 7, Sernandoe. The Grand Theft Auto 5 community on YouTube may seem like a niche thing, but it's actually a very popular section with its own top creators. One big contributor to this section was the YouTuber Sernandoe. His channel had over 2 million subscribers and over 450 million views. He was also the type of YouTuber that posted a ton of clickbait, which his fans thought that's why he was banned for. In one particular video though, he alleged that someone with Rockstar Games had gifted him with an early copy of Grand Theft Auto, although it was his fake money generating sites for the game that resulted in his account being terminated. Yeah, don't fall for that. In at number 6, Derv. A very young British YouTuber named Dylan McKeevoy, who is better known by his online persona Derv, built his online following by similar clickbait methods. His first account gained over 1.4 million subscribers, but was often criticized in the comments for his clickbait headlines. He did everything from fake gift card giveaways to enticing headlines just to build a following, although this wasn't what got his account banned from YouTube. According to Derv himself, YouTube had said that it was due to him having violence in his videos. He goes on to say that the most harmful thing was probably a kid throwing a snowball at a car, which may seem harmless from the point of the person throwing the snowball, but when you think about it, that's kind of crazy dangerous, dude. If the snowball had ice in it, a window could have been broken, the snow could cover the windshield, blinding the driver, leading to a crash, just so much that shouldn't be on camera or just done in general.
So the reason my channel did get taken down is actually because of the violence in the videos, which I know a lot of people are so surprised when I told them that, and it is surprising.
In at number 5, Austin Jones. Austin was a musician and active YouTuber from 2007 to 2017 who is now serving time for sexual misconduct involving minors. In the time that his channel was active, Austin had gained over 500,000 subscribers, and using his newfound fame, he would knowingly speak to underage girls while asking them for inappropriate photos. On February 8th, 2019, his YouTube channel was terminated, and on May 3rd, 2019, Austin Jones was sentenced to 10 years in federal prison for his crimes. So you know YouTube isn't ever planning on keeping your channel active for when you get out of jail. In at number 4, Stranger Than Fiction News. This YouTube channel was once the pinnacle of wild conspiracy theories that brought in millions of views. Although when YouTube began cracking down on a wide variety of channels spreading misinformation and fake news, they were one of the top channels getting banned. Their head conspiracy theorist was a man named Ron Johnson, and due to his biased take on political issues, his channel was responsible for spreading a lot of very misleading information. Allegedly, the exact reasoning for this channel being terminated was his videos questioning the US government government about the Florida shooting story. In at number 3, David Seaman. Another big conspiracy theorist on YouTube was David Seaman. He gained notoriety for his Pizzagate promotion, where he posted hundreds of videos that dealt with pedophilia within the Democratic Party and associates, all of which were false claims that had real-life implications. He spouted nonsense that led to the general public to believe that Hillary Clinton was running some underground child sex ring from a Washington, D.C. pizza shop. This led to an incident where a man actually set fire to the family-owned pizzeria, along with another incident where a man from North Carolina fired several shots using an assault rifle, telling them to release the children, all of which they didn't have. In at number 2, Logan Paul. We're sure you're just as tired as hearing about this story as the rest of us, but hey, what kind of list would this be without the infamous Logan Paul story? Logan was banned from the platform in 2018 after uploading a video of himself in a Japanese forest known for its high rate of suicide. While Paul was wandering through this area, he filmed the dead body of a person that had hung themselves from a tree. According to an article in the New York Magazine, Logan actually says in the video, "Suicide is no joke, depression and mental illness are not a joke. We came here with an intent to focus on the haunted aspect of the forest." The fact that he tried to mask this dumb stunt with some sort of disclaimer that it was a video on mental health, people just got really outraged about, and he was banned for it. Last but not least, in our number 1 spot, Alex Jones. Alex was the first person that was completely ghosted by all forms of social media. Many people have been banned from Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, TikTok or Twitter or whatever, but no one has been banned from them all simultaneously. It's like they all got together on a conference call and agreed to hit the big red ban button at the same time. Alex Jones was known for his controversial conspiracy theory news show called InfoWars. Along with most social platforms, Alex's podcast was also taken down from both Apple and Spotify. Specifically though, his YouTube ban was due to him constantly posting videos claiming that the Sandy Hook tragedy was a staged act of terror by the government. With 2.5 million subscribers, Alex's words convinced people into also believing that this was a hoax, which just led to a ton of really awful interactions with these conspiracy theorists and the parents who had lost their children at the Sandy Hook shooting. A spokesperson from YouTube said, "When users violate our terms and policies repeatedly, like our policies against hate speech and harassment, of our terms prohibiting circumvention of our enforcement measures, we terminate their accounts." Pretty strict there. But I mean, rightfully so.
Coming in at number 10, we got Rihanna. Riri got a 6-month ban after she posted her magazine cover, which saw her topless from the magazine Louis. To no surprise, she wasn't the only one on this list who got banned for showing off her nips, but we'll get to that a little bit later on. Following the ban, Riri would eventually get control of her account back and posted a hilarious meme of herself captioned, "Ri's next magazine cover if it was up to Instagram." Safe to say she was happy to be back, but wasn't holding anything back from them. Tell them how you really feel, girl. All the power to you. In at number 9, we got Madonna. I know you're probably thinking, what could Madonna have possibly done to get banned from Instagram? Well, no one really knows the answer, but when she posted a photo of her drinking from a martini glass in a bra, or what at least looks like a bra, she got a notice from the IG team. Although they didn't specify which of the community guidelines were violated, it was probably the one that reads, "Don't share photos that show nudity or mature content." Although there isn't much of either of those things in her photo. Her caption also reads, "Cheers motherfuckers, I'm on Instagram," so maybe it was the "don't share photos that attack an individual or group" that got her the ban. But that was her caption, so I'm really not sure the cause for the ban, and it looks like Instagram isn't either. Number 8, we got Anja Rubik. Anja got banned after she posted a photo of a website front page. The photo showed Anja rocking an Anthony Vasarello. Definitely said that wrong, as you guys can tell I'm not very into fashion, but anyway.
You know, I've been friends with Anthony since 5 years, and I've been there since the very, very beginning, and every shot I think is getting better and better, and kind of thinking cannot get any better, and then there's another show.
She was wearing a top by that guy Anthony, and it was quite revealing. And by revealing, well, it showed her nipples, but I mean, who cares? I mean, we all got them. Like, you know, she captioned the photo, "Don't fear the nipple," but it seems Instagram was quite scared, so they banned her. Don't look at me, guys. I don't make the rules. We all got nipples. They're whatever. They're little f***ing things on our chest. Who cares? Number 7, we got Kendall Jenner. I'm sure you guys can figure out why she got banned from one of the world's most popular apps. Any guesses? Give you a hint, it was the same reason almost every other woman on this list got banned. She posted a photo of herself on the runway wearing a see-through Marc Jacobs top. Said that one right. Although they didn't delete her account altogether, Instagram took it upon themselves to remove the photo from their platform. According to the Gram, the photo violated their guidelines that included a limitation on nudity. Although it seems now they're much more lenient with this type of stuff. Only time will tell, I guess, to see who else gets banned. Coming at number 6, Grace Coddington. Her first post was the one that actually got her banned. Go figure.
This is one of my very first model pictures. It's probably in '59 by Lord Snowden.
The creative director of US Vogue got banned for doing what the rest of the ladies did on here, but in a much different way. Kinda. She posted a nude sketch of herself, but let's not forget, guys, a sketch means it was drawn. in what appears to be pencil. Still, the two little dots on her hand-drawn boobs were enough for Instagram to make the call their guidelines had been violated. How dare Grace show handwritten boobs on a photo? Disgusting. I mean, come on guys, at some point you need to laugh at how ridiculous some of this stuff can get. Halfway through our list now, as I'm sure you guys can see, a lot of the people who were banned on the platform were banned for violating the nudity guideline, aka just showing some nip. Meanwhile, you got other girls on here showing their ass, and that's totally fine. Guys without shirts showing their nips, no problem. But if they see a boob with a nipple, it's game over. I don't understand. Either way, we gotta continue this list, and surprisingly, the rest weren't banned for showing their nips. Well, one kinda was, you'll see. In at number 5, we got Lauren Goodger. Technically, it was both Lauren and gal pal Katie Price who were both promoting a weight loss product, Boom Bod. But I'm just including one of them on the list because, you know, don't want to chintz you guys on the goods.
All us women, we're quite vain. I'm from Essex, originally East London, so we've always been a little bit glam, even obviously before coming into reality TV.
So Goodger posted a photo to the gram holding a Boom Bod product, talking about how great it is. The post was taken down, but believe it or not, it wasn't Instagram that did it. After the post got a ton of complaints, the Advertising Standards Authority, ASA, banned both Lauren and Katie from the platform. Although Lauren tried to argue her case, saying she never outright said the product helped her lose weight, the ASA didn't hold back, releasing a statement saying, "We were also concerned the photo of Lauren Goodger appeared to have been edited to make her waist look artificially thin, with the result that the images were not representative of her real body shape. We considered that was particularly irresponsible in the context of an ad for an appetite suppressant that presented her as an aspirational figure." Shots fired. They're savage. In at number 4, we got Scout Willis, the daughter of Debbie Moore and Bruce Willis. Scout posted a photo of a sweatshirt she designed, which had a photo of 2 topless women on it. This led to her Insta-ban, which promoted her to take a stand.
My comfort with my body should not be dictated by how others perceive me. However, I don't wish to force this view on anyone. If you don't like what you see, simply unfollow me.
Instead of going on Twitter and talking about how it's clearly the superior app, she went even further with her antics and decided to walk around New York City topless. She posted the photos on Twitter and captioned the photos "legal in NYC but not on Instagram." Yikes. Instagram CEO at the time, Kevin Systrom, told BBC, "Our goal is really to make sure that Instagram, whether you're a celebrity or not, is a safe place and that the content that gets posted is something that's appropriate for teens and also for adults. We need to make certain rules to make sure that everyone can use it." Getting into the top 3, at number 3 we got Chelsea Handler. The comedian, actor, writer, and producer got banned when she posted a photo imitating Russia's very own Vladimir Putin. I don't know when or where this photo of Putin was posted, but it's him riding a horse without a shirt on. Handler decided to poke some fun at the picture by posting a photo of herself on top of a horse without a shirt on. Or bra on. She captioned the photo, "Anything a man could do, a woman has the right to do better. #Kremlin." Of course, this was enough to get her banned on Instagram, so she went to Twitter and posted the photo there, along with the caption, "You can now find my dogs and my breasts on Twitter, only where my followers have the right to choose what they say. Bye bye Instablock." Twitter, clearly the superior app. And at number 2, we got Rob Kardashian. Now technically Kardashian is still blocked on Instagram, but he's got his own account again. The kicker here, he doesn't run it, his mom Kris seems to. Back in 2017, Rob posted some revenge porn of his ex-wife, Blac Chyna. Were they ever married? I'm gonna say, instead of ex-wife, we'll just say mother of his child. I don't know if they ever got married. And it got him what could be a lifetime ban on the app. However, the account Rob Kardashian Official is up and running, and the bio literally says account managed by Jenner Communications. Rob Kardashian does not post to this account. The account is either posting photos of Rob's kid, Rob and his mother Kris, or his clothing brand, Halfway Dead. You also get the occasional Keeping Up with the Kardashians clip on his profile as well. So yeah, I don't think it's the real Rob. At least you're running the account. Maybe the pictures are really him. They are, obviously. And at number 1, we got Alex Jones. This man seems to have been banned from just about every platform there is. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, even Spotify and Apple. I mean, it's no secret that Jones is known for having some wild beliefs, if you'd call them that. He's denied that the heartbreaking tragedy at Sandy Hook ever happened.
And then you've got parents laughing going, and then they walk over to the camera and go, and not just one, but a bunch of parents doing this.
And is accused of helping spread Pizzagate involving the Clintons.
A prominent conspiracy theorist and the host of a popular right-wing radio show has apologized for helping to spread and promote the hoax known as Pizzagate.
And you know what happens when you go against the Clintons? Just look at Epstein. Look into it.
An Instagram influencer named Jessie Taylor recently went viral after she posted a public meltdown on YouTube where she begs people to stop reporting her Instagram account. This is because her account with over 100,000 followers got deleted as a result of people reporting it. Jessie's story is all over the place right now. Her video titled "Stop Reporting My Instagram Account" is sitting at 204,000 views at the time of this recording. But the story is that in her video, Jessie pleads with people about the fact that she keeps getting reported, resulting in her account being taken down. Instagram is her life, it's how she makes her money. She says she used to be a stripper and she's trying to be a better person and she doesn't want to go back to that life. To me, it's like it doesn't really matter what your background is. If you have made mistakes and you're trying to be a better person, that's the most important thing. Just be nice. But I was still curious about why Jessie's account was removed from Instagram in the first place. For an account to get removed, you gotta be reported by multiple people. Then Instagram takes a look at your account and decides whether or not the reports are warranted. They also delete photos that go against the guidelines, so to have your account removed, you must have done something. Most news outlets aren't reporting on why Jessie's account was taken down in the first place, but listen, you don't get your account taken down for nothing. Which is why maybe I don't seem as sympathetic toward Jessie's situation as maybe I could have been, but when a fan reached out to me on Twitter to fill me in on the reason why Jessie is so hated, I jumped at the chance to give you guys an update on this story. Expanding XO on Twitter shared with me a video that could quite possibly show why Jessie has such a bad reputation. And it's not just this video, there are literally dozens of them. The video is taken from Sam Pepper's live stream where Jessie Taylor can clearly be heard cutting down another girl because she's black. This girl was Hyphonix's girlfriend. Jessie calls her a hood rat. Then she can be clearly heard saying, "I am a racist, I am a racist." And if you're wondering if that can be taken out of context, in other parts of this live stream, Jessie is rude and condescending toward Hyphonix and his girlfriend Sophia. If you want to watch that video for yourself, it's clickable in the description. But if you're still watching, listen, okay, I have never heard anybody say such horrible things, horrible racist things about another person. This was some next level shit, okay? She belongs on a reality TV show. So if that isn't enough, apparently someone has a restraining order against Jessie Taylor. Jessie Taylor apparently caused bodily injury to another person by putting Clorox bleach into the shampoo bottles of someone else, causing them to break out in a rash. Dude, that is savage. Not sure how true that is. I also saw this on a live stream. I definitely need to see the actual proof in order to say that it's proof, but you get what I'm trying to say. While I was researching, I mean, I'll admit I didn't go that far in depth with this story because there's so many deleted videos that I couldn't find, but it seems that Jessie is no stranger to drama. She's been involved in quite a few online squabbles. She's constantly posting videos where she apologizes with titles like, "I'm sorry I acted like a bad person for clout." All of these issues could definitely be why Jessie Taylor is so disliked and also why her account was reported and taken down. Now, we can't see the account anymore, it's been deleted after all, but Instagram probably found that Jessie violated the guidelines. If she was more well liked, maybe people wouldn't have reported her posts. British influencer Venus Libido makes a living as an Instagram influencer and illustrator, but when she reported a man for sending her unwanted images, she was the one that had her account banned from Instagram. Apparently, Instagram has some double standards. Venus Libido is a 28-year-old influencer from London with over 128,000 followers. By the way, Venus Libido is not her real name, it's a pseudonym. She posts saucy pictures of herself, but she's also a talented illustrator as well, and she posts her illustrations and artwork which often feature human bodies in the nude. Contrary to popular belief, that doesn't mean she's asking for it. But I digress. Like many others on the internet, she received an unsolicited dick pic from a guy through Instagram DMs. Of course, men also receive unsolicited pics too, but women get it the most. So she got 2 pics from this dude. She ignored them, thinking that he would leave her alone. He didn't. At which point he said, "I know you read it, say something." I'm sorry, like, what was she supposed to say? "Yes, very nice. Well done. Very small." "Oh, I don't see it. Where is it?" What was she supposed to say? Like, I don't get it. Yes, well done on your penis there. That's a quite nice penis. I'm done here, leaving, bye. So Venus did what anyone else would do in the situation, and she reported and blocked the guy. She also shared screenshots of the images and messages on her Instagram page to expose the harassment. That's when the guy created 2 new accounts to send her threatening messages. He said, I quote, "WTF, take that down. My effing girl could see this, you're done." Oh, so you're a creep and you got a girlfriend. Damn. I have no words. Genuinely have no words for this person. Does she know that you're so small? So then she reported his new account again, and by this point he's not only sent her unwanted pictures, he's threatened her as well. Just a little recap. After 10 minutes, Instagram responded and said that he hadn't violated any of the community guidelines. I'm sorry, since when is it within the Instagram community guidelines to send unwanted pics of your schlong to people? I definitely didn't know this, but like, wait, there's more. In the meantime, Instagram took down her post where she exposed her DMs for violating their community guidelines, because she shared the screenshot. My guess is the guy reported her account himself. She then got angry and posted artwork criticizing Instagram for silencing her and refusing to take action against the person who was harassing her, at which point Instagram responded by deleting her account altogether. That's f***ed up. Like I said before, Venus makes her money through Instagram, so when her account was deleted, she didn't know what she was gonna do to make a living. So she appealed the deletion and her account was reinstated. Shortly after, she got another message from the guy, who sent her yet another picture of his thing and said, "I hope that teached you a lesson getting your account removed." I think he means taught you a lesson. So she blocked him again, he created more accounts again and sent her more pictures. So what I gather from this is, it's not against Instagram's guidelines to send threatening and unsolicited pictures of yourself, but it is against the guidelines to expose that person for sending threatening messages and unsolicited pics. This isn't the first time this has happened. Some of you are probably aware about what happened on Instagram over the summer with regards to two celebrity photographers, Marcus Hyde and Timur Emek. A ton of models and creatives that had worked with these photographers came out and exposed them on social media. Essentially, they were Me Too'd. One person who came forward was Haley Bowman, who used her Instagram account to call out Timur Emek for inappropriate conduct in the workplace when she was only a teenager. But after she did this, Instagram deleted her account. Model Sanaya Nash also exposed Hyde for asking for lewd photographs of her in exchange for a free shoot by publishing screenshots of DMs. Instagram then took down the photos and threatened to delete her account. Later, Instagram finally removed both Timur Emek and Marcus Hyde's account from their platform, but only after there was a ton of press and negative attention and people coming forward exposing them. They later said that both Nash and Bowman's account deletion and post removal were mistakes, obviously. Venus also got a similar response for her incident from Instagram, but she doesn't buy it. Eventually, after being contacted by Huffington Post, the man in question was banned from Instagram entirely, but it took a ton of complaints and media attention to get to that point. It shouldn't have taken that long, man. Like, the guy was disgusting, and you know what that also says? That also says that he can keep doing it and not be reprimanded. Venus continues to use her account to call out harassment. She said, "I have a chance to use my voice and my platform for good. I don't care if I get removed. I'll just keep fighting it because this is wrong, and if I don't say something, then what am I doing?"
The President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, was permanently banned off Twitter over the weekend, and now tons of other social media platforms are following suit, leaving the president voiceless online. And now he's speaking of creating his own social media platform to combat the big tech company. It was announced that Trump had been banned off Twitter on January 8th, after the company tweeted out, quote, "After a close review of recent tweets from the @RealDonaldTrump account and the context around them, we've permanently suspended the accounts due to the risk of further incitement of violence." Then Facebook quickly followed suit, saying that they will be banning the president from their platform until after he leaves office, with Mark Zuckerberg explaining that the president's accounts will be blocked, quote, "indefinitely and for at least the next 2 weeks until the peaceful transition of power is complete." This all came after the Capitol was stormed by Trump supporters on January 6th. After this, there was a domino effect, with all other major social media platforms banning the president too, and also limiting activity related to him. Instagram, which is owned by Facebook, has banned Trump as well from posting for at least the next 2 weeks, per head of Instagram Adam Mosseri. And Reddit has banned the subreddit group r/DonaldTrump, according to Axios. Shopify also removed Trump's official campaign merchandise from its platform by disabling his online stores, trumpstore.com and shop.donaldjtrump.com, as well as other sites like YouTube, Spotify, Pinterest, and Twitch banning Trump. After his personal account was banned, Trump tweeted out on the POTUS account, giving a lengthy statement. In summary, he said that Twitter was silencing free speech and the 75 million Americans that voted for Trump. But he was not surprised by the move and has been, quote, negotiating with various other sites and is looking at the possibilities of building out our own platform in the future. This is also around the time that the app Parler started climbing on Apple's App Store. And if you haven't heard of Parler, it's essentially Twitter for conservatives. And it was about the only place online that Trump would still have a platform. But the big tech companies also took aim at Parler by removing the app from both the App Store and Google's Play Store. Amazon even went further by saying they would be removing Parler from their web services on January 11th, and this would mean that the site would essentially be taken offline. As of now, Parler is still offline, with the Amazon Web Services team stating, quote, "Recently we've seen a steady increase in this violent content on your website, all of which violates our terms. It's clear that Parler does not have an effective process to comply with the AWS terms of service." There have also been talks of the president being impeached, even though he is set to leave office on January 20th. Trump tweeted out earlier that he would not be attending Joe Biden's inauguration, which would make him the first president in 152 years not to attend. Two of the biggest streamers on Twitch, Amaranth and Indy Fox, have been temporarily banned after the company determined their ASMR content is way too suggestive for the platform. This ban comes after mounting outrage against the two streamers who've made the meta of ASMR highly sexualized. Many users of the platform started to complain about the women, saying their streaming content took away from how ASMR streams were intended to be. There have been a lot of opinions as to whether Twitch should take a stand on this, as the women are technically not breaking any terms of service in their streams, it's just highly suggestive. But it seems that the platform has decided to deliver a slap on the wrist to get their attention. Part of the ban is that they must both stop the content that they were doing, and they have to shift back to other appropriate categories or face further bans in the future. Amaranth specifically has been called out heavily by other content creators for her controversial streams. NXQC, Summit1G, and Pokimane have all spoken out against her. Many have been concerned that these types of suggestive streams have a flow-on effect, where creepers will come to watch that kind of content, then move on to other female creators and harass them. However, Amaranth has clapped back at these claims and posted a long tweet thread speaking about the recent ban, starting her rant writing, quote, "I will always find it enormously ironic that the generation that fought violent video games don't cause an uptick in gun/violent crimes, I agree, instantly turn tail and succumb to a bad take like hot tub ASMR girls literally create creepers that plague other girl creators." Amaranth then spoke about hot tub streamers specifically, saying that she was the largest name in hot tub streaming, and when other creators left the meta because he was not profitable, she started earning even more money. Adding that she's always incorporated ASMR into her streams, and as her hot tub content grew, so did her ASMR content. Finishing off saying that she's been unfairly penalized, and she saw many other streamers doing similar content before her, however now that she's made it popular, she's subjected to these bans. Many are mixed on what to think of the ban and on Amaranth's statements, arguing as to whether these streams are bringing more creepy people onto the platform, or if they were already there to begin with. Also debating the change in the platform overall in general, as it used to be a place for kids, however the content is much more inappropriate now, let's just say that.
Beware influencers in Norway who edit their social media posts, your days are numbered, because a new law is about to be passed that says influencers and advertisers must always disclose when their images have been altered. Otherwise, they'll have to face some consequences for their deceptions. As I mentioned, a new law in Norway is going to make it illegal for advertisers and social media influencers to share any promo photos online without saying whether or not their photos are retouched. The new law was passed in Norway's parliamentary body with an overwhelming vote of 72 to 15. Although according to the legislative decree, the law will only go into effect when the King of Norway decides that it should. So let's hope that he's not photoshopping his photos and is just like, yeah, maybe we hold off on the law for just a little bit, just until I get my summer body back. This law mainly concerns advertisers or people who are making money or some other benefit in exchange for their posts, which means it will definitely impact a lot of brands, companies, and influencers alike. The new law also says that they would have to disclose this information of editing their photos after the image was taken and before even, which means no applying some lens or camera technique without telling the people about it first. According to Vice, further examples of edits include people who edit themselves to have enlarged lips, narrow waists, and exaggerated muscles, just to name a few really. Now although this may seem a little drastic, the data and research that backs up this law is very unsettling. In the initial proposal for this law that was sent to the Norwegian Parliament, the Ministry of Children and Family Affairs stated that several studies supported their case to make this a new law. According to the National Institute of Public Health, anorexia is the third most common cause of death among young girls, and over the years the idea of body pressure in Norway has become a huge topic of discussion. The ministry went on to say in their initial proposal, young people are exposed to a massive pressure to look good out through, among other things, advertising and social media, and the models displayed are often digitally retouched. This exposes young people to an ideal of beauty that is impossible to achieve. By making it illegal for advertisers and influencers to post these misleading images that are manipulating young people's idea of beauty, they will directly save lives from that law. The ministry added, added, "It is especially important to counteract the desire to do more intrusive and long-lasting changes in one's own look." Now, if this law was passed in America, you know there would be a ton of influencers flooding your timeline complaining about how bogus this new law is because they don't want to expose who they truly are. We all saw what happened when Khloe Kardashian accidentally had that real photo of her leaked. I mean, she freaked out and started suing people for even posting it. It's not because she was embarrassed by the photo itself, she was embarrassed that her little Photoshop game was caught in 4K. Now in Norway, their influencers are actually taking this news very well. Norwegian YouTuber Agnetesh was one of the many who took the news positively and said during an interview, "Young people today are growing up to a completely improbable beauty ideal. I feel that this new law can only help them to understand that this is not how you look, it has been edited." Norway though is just the first of many to impose similar measures on social media posts. Back in September, the UK proposed a bill called the Digitally Altered Body Images Bill, which was basically the same thing as Norway, and it would just mean that any photo with a filter on it, or if anything had been altered in that photo, they would require that you put a label on it that tells people about it. The UK even went a little bit further than Norway though, and in February their Advertising Standards Authority banned social media influencers from using unrealistic beauty filters in advertisements, which is most likely talking about those face-changing apps where you can just literally tap a button and then all of a sudden you have a brand new face. It's pretty messed up. France even passed a law in 2017 that made it so that any commercial image that had been altered to make a model look thinner would have to have a cigarette pack style warning label on it, which is pretty hilarious. They tried to pass something similar in the US back in 2014 called the Truth in Advertising Act, but Americans just went, "Nah, we're good." And so it just didn't pass.